What's up, Chuckles? This is Mr. Schneider coming at you with 9.2. We're going to skip example 2 because it's exactly the same as example 1, but we are going to hit example 3, and then we will be done, and you will get an assignment. You need to check your Google Classroom for that. But it says now that we can get a regression equation from data points like we did last example. Now we're going to use that to predict y values. That's that y hat we have. Okay, well, it uses the same exact linear equation from our data last time. So here we go. Y hat equals that 50 plus, or 50.729x plus 104.061. Okay, so the regression equation, it tells us, is this. It says use the equation to predict the expected company sales for the following advertising expenses. Okay, so what we can do now with all of this is we have this equation, and let's say we're working in this job. If I have this equation, someone can come to me and says, okay, what can we expect our revenue to be? Or in this case, not revenue, it's sales. What can we expect our, well, I guess it could be the same thing. What can we expect our sales to be if we spend $1.5 thousand? That's a weird way to put it, but that's how kind of the context they have it. What if we spend $1.5 thousand? So what you're going to do is, and this takes us back to algebra 1, 2, is we're just going to plug it in. We're going to plug 1.5 in to this equation. Okay, and you can see right here, I don't need to draw anything because it's right here. Okay, they plugged 1.5 in for x, and then they just solve for that y hat. So what we could say is, if the advertising expenses are $1,500, the company sales, we would expect the company sales to be $180,000, because that is coming from the equation that we found. Okay, well, this next one says, well, what if we up that for advertising expenses? What if we put $1.8 thousand in? Well, what will we get out? It looks like it is $195,000 in sales if we did that. And what if we up that bad boy to 2.5? Well, we are going to get out, and that is right here. We are going to get out $230,884. That would be what we expect using the data and the models that we have. Okay, so this example, pretty easy. It takes us back to a glorious time in Algebra 1, 2, but you're simply plugging in. You had to find the equation in the last example, and now we are using that equation to predict values. Okay, and we're simply plugging in for x, and we're seeing what that y value is, because that y hat, again, is the predicted values based on our data. Okay, so hopefully this example and the corresponding homework problems are fairly simple for you. If not, you can always email, send me a message, comment. Some people have been commenting on Google Classroom and stuff like that, or you can comment on the videos. So I will see you next time for probably week 8 welcome. We'll see what happens in that week and what kind of hat I'm wearing and that sort of thing. All right, guys, have a great week, and I will see you later. Later, nits.